Welcome to another top 5 list. This is a list that I got actually suggested by a friend. He helped me out with this idea, he gave me some ideas for this list, and these are the top 5 remastered games, just my top 5 favorite of remastered games that have came out so far. And I'm going to stop my rambling, I'm going to stop prefacing this video, and I'm going to let you guys go right into it. Number 5 on this list goes to Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. Call of Duty is a beloved series by many, and it's also being sidetracked ever since Advanced Warfare, but hopes is that the next installment would go back to the boots on the ground approach. But Modern Warfare Remastered was a great refresher from all of the advanced movement. The only problem with this game is that Activision sold it with their incomplete Infinite Warfare. This game was launched, Infinite Warfare that is, was launched without a leaderboard. I don't know why it just takes them so long to implement a leaderboard, even though they put in so many different things with supply. Forget it. I would love to talk about all the like bad stuff about Infinite Warfare, but I'll save it for our next one. But the original Modern Warfare was released on November 5th, 2007. It was developed by Infinity Ward, Raven Software, Asper Media, and Space. This game was also published by Activision and Square Enix. This game made Call of Duty really take off. It also got the VGX Award for Best Shooter of 2007. One downside is that this game was only released with 10 maps, but Infinity Ward remastered 6 extra maps that already came out, and there are more high hopes for even more maps to come out, remastered, looking nicer, fresher, better than ever. My favorite, especially from this gameplay, is Shipment, because you could do like the best sniper 1v1s on this map. It was small, it was fun, there was just so many things you could do on this map. I loved this map to death. But Modern Warfare Remaster was an amazing remaster with all of the great graphical enhancements that a remaster should have. This game at this point makes the graphics look like a movie. It's flawless. The graphics are absolutely flawless. They added a beautiful inspect feature so you can inspect the looks of your guns, and that's why Modern Warfare Remastered takes the number 5 spot. Skyrim The Elder Scrolls V. This game, it's just a classic at this point. I think almost everybody has played this game. Probably, I would assume so. If you haven't, I would definitely, if you have a next generation console or a good enough PC, pick up the Definitive Edition, because that takes the number 4 spot. The original game was released on November 11, 2011. This game was developed by Bethesda Game Studios and published by Bethesda Softworks. This game is second on the list that won a VGX award, believe it or not. This game won the VGX RPG award in 2011. This remaster, beside having obvious graphical enhancements, the remaster took advantage of the PS4 and Xbox One hardware and fixed the huge frame rate problems that the PS3 and Xbox 360 had. This game would not run at a consistent frame rate on the last-gen consoles, sadly. Something I wish they kind of fixed there, but I guess we can't get the best of everything here. But they did bring this amazing RPG to consoles at least. But as you can tell now, all the footage is beautiful. Everything stays at a consistent frame rate, especially even with the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One S. The hardware on those consoles keep everything running beautifully and smoothly. And one of my final points is that there's a fresh Nexus modding page revitalizing old content creators making mods for Skyrim, and revitalizing and making fresh and new enjoyable mods for a beloved RPG that everybody has probably played by now. But you know what? If you haven't played this, I definitely recommend picking this one up. A lot of fun. I put countless hours into it. I don't want to mention how many hours I put into it because it's probably not healthy. Over 100, but you know, yeah. So The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim takes the number 4 spot. The number 3 spot goes to the Dishonored Definitive Edition. Dishonored, the original game, came out in 2012, developed by Arcane Studios and published by Bethesda Softworks. Released for the PC, PS3, and Xbox 360. Like I said, it was released in October 9th of 2012. This game won a VGX award. Again, like all of the games on this list seem to have won VGX awards for the best action stealth game of 2012. First of all, this game's gameplay is a ton of fun, and as you can tell, it's extremely graphic, but you knew that getting into this. It's actually a lot of fun. I personally played this game. I loved the game when it first came out. When they remastered the game, obviously, because of the art style of the original game, they couldn't exactly put as many graphical enhancements onto it as some of the other entries, but they still put a little bit of polish into it, steadied out frame rates, and made everything basically run better, fixed the engine problems with some PS3 and Xbox 360 running issues, and that's why Dishonored Definitive Edition takes the number 3 spot. The number 2 spot goes to Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. The original Tomb Raider game was released on March 5th, 2013. The game was developed by Crystal Dynamics and published by Square Enix. I've always enjoyed the Tomb Raider series, and when the 2013 game came out, I was extremely happy. I've always loved Tomb Raider, but when the PS3 and Xbox 360 were in its prime, the graphics for this game were absolutely stunning. But that all changed when the Definitive Edition was released, and it absolutely blew the PS3/Xbox 360 graphics out of the water. Gameplay is honestly the something that I love, scaling objects and handling that, of course, iconic bow and arrow. No matter all of the positive talk I'm giving it, it doesn't rival number 1. The Last of Us Remastered takes the number 1 spot. Where do I even start with this one? The Last of Us is one of those games that I will always remember, along with the rest of the gaming community. The original game's graphics were obviously revolutionary, even compared to the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition or regular edition. They were revolutionary for the PS3. It was released on June 14, 2013, developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Computer Publishing. This game is a masterpiece. Gameplay is fluid and enjoyable. Gunfights are fun and enjoyable. You can craft multiple different types of weapons and attachments for your guns. For example, you can give your hunting rifle an enhanced scope, and even more upgrade points you put into it, you can expand the scope even more and more. You can create knives, throwing knives, everything. The voice acting is amazing. The original PS3 game pushed the PlayStation 3 visuals to the brim, but on the PS4, something amazing, they turned this game from something amazing into something absolutely stunning and breathtaking. The story is absolutely beautiful. What amazed me most is that only half of the development team at Naughty Dog worked on this game, while the other half only worked on Uncharted 3. I don't want to spoil any of the game's story for people who haven't played it, but this is the type of story to bring you to tears. At this point, The Last of Us Part 2 will be released in 2019, and I cannot wait for the second installment. The original release won the VGX Awards for the Best PS3 Game, Best Game Studio, Best Performance by a Male Voice Actor for the main character Joel, Best Voice Actor for a Female for Ellie, and it also won that only sums up the VGX Awards. Then it also won BAFTA Awards or BAFTA Awards for Best Game and Best Action Adventure Game, and of course, Best Story. I was never ever disappointed with this game. I love it. I love this game. I love story. The gameplay was fun. They even made a Left Behind DLC after the game was out for a few months. The second installment trailer looks absolutely amazing, and that's why the Uncharted Remastered, I said Uncharted, I'm smart, aren't I? Wrong Naughty Dog game. The Last of Us Remastered takes the number 1 spot.